Live from WTVO Rockford and your home team. Eyewitness News at 5 starts now.
The man accused of killing a worker at Pinnon's is brought back to Winnebago County. William Jones is back in court for the murder of Peggy Anderson.
Illinois' state flag has been around for more than a century. The lawmaker proposes changes she believes will create a sense of unity.
And the YWCA honors local women who've made contributions to the community. The award recipients were considered local leaders. Good evening, I'm Mimi Murphy.
And I'm Eric Wilson. The man accused of killing a woman outside a popular Rockford meat market in January appears in court.
William Jones was brought back to the state line and booked into the Winnebago County Jail last Friday. He was back in court today. His hearing was continued until April 11th. That's when he'll be arraigned. Police in Alabama arrested the 40-year-old almost a month ago. He's charged with first-degree murder. Back on January 11th, police say Jones shot and killed 63-year-old Peggy Anderson. Anderson was shot in the chest during a robbery. She was reportedly coming down the stairs from apartments above Pinnon Meats on North Court Street. Anderson was a longtime employee of the store. Jones's bond is set at $500,000.
A morning crash involving a Rockford fire truck shuts down a busy intersection. The accident happened at North Church and Whitman Streets around 11:15. All we know is the truck and car were involved. The crash damaged the truck's front end. The impact sent the car all the way onto the sidewalk, took out a street sign. No word on if anyone got hurt. Investigators are still looking into what caused the crash. The intersection was closed for several hours. A Rockford Airport expansion project on a piece of land with environmental concerns can continue. The Federal Aviation Administration announced work on the Bell Bowl Prairie is clear to begin. The airport will retain more than 6 acres of the prairie. That includes more than 3 acres of what's considered high-quality prairie. Environmental advocacy groups have been pushing to save the piece of land. They say it's home to important prairie grasses and an endangered bee species. Airport administrators argued a 2019 environmental impact study found no concerns. The expansion project is expected to cost $50 million. The National Land Institute plans to sue the FAA for authorizing the destruction of part of the Bell Bowl Prairie. A viral TikTok and social media trend has Kia and Hyundai owners in a panic. We've told you several times. The clips show people how to break into vehicles and get cars started without a key. Even if cars are recovered, the process causes serious damage and delays.
Jess Lipson stopped by an auto body shop to find out what car owners need to know. And Jess, people could wait months before getting what's needed?
That's right, Eric and Mimi. Wait times on necessary parts to fix the car can be 3 to 6 months. It's a destructive trend that is costing people money, time, and their cars.
They're causing thousands of dollars worth of damage, and that's why we can't get parts right now, because there's so many of them being broken into and stolen at once.
Thieves across the country and right here in the state line are removing parts of Kias and Hyundais near the steering wheel. Then they can start the car with just the USB charger and drive off.
It's not just one part. When they break it off, you have to pretty much change over the upper and lower steering column covers, the headlamp switch, the wiper switch, the lock cylinder set. I mean, they're breaking everything.
Jackie Schultz is the general manager for Jack Barnes Automotive. She tells me it can take anywhere from 3 to 6 months to get the parts.
They can't make the parts fast enough. And then, and of course it happens just after COVID, so of course everything is already limited, and to get these parts.
The good news is most auto body places can get enough parts to drive your car home. However, it may not look the prettiest. Schultz made it clear that if they say you can drive it, it is safe to drive.
I can rig it up enough where they can drive it until the rest of the parts come in. But a lot of times they don't want to do that because they're uncomfortable with it, and that's fine. But unfortunately for them, the insurance companies isn't going to cover, months worth of waitings.
Repairs, depending on the model, can be anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000. Schultz believes the best way to keep your car safe is to take precaution before the thieves can get to it.
The only thing I say is lock your doors. As you can see, they're breaking windows to get in, but the best thing to do is just keep your doors locked. If you have a garage, put your car in the garage.
To help combat this issue, Kia and Hyundai announced the theft deterrent software for their vehicles. The companies will install it free of charge for car owners. Mimi?
All right, thanks, Jess. Gas prices in Rockford climb in the past week. A gallon of regular will cost you 10 cents more than last week. The average price of gas is now $3.48. According to Gas Buddy, the cheapest gas station was selling gas for $3.29. That was at the Marathon off of North Perryville and Old Creek Road, while the most expensive was selling for $3.69. Experts say while we may not see weekly increases, the overall trend will remain upward through much of the spring. They also say by Memorial Day, most of the nation will be transitioned to their respective required blend of fuel, and gas prices could ease. Tesla drops the price on two of its most expensive models in an effort to drive demand. The company's website shows the Model S has been reduced $5,000 and the top of the line Model X is $10,000 cheaper. Sticker prices for the basic and performance versions of the car still range from about $90,000 to $110,000. Those models account for only 4% of Teslas sold last year. Earlier price cuts on the less expensive Model 3 and Model Y crossover spurred orders in January.
An Illinois lawmaker thinks it's time for the state to get a new flag. State Senator Doris Turner introduced a measure that would create a commission to develop a new flag. Turner believes the state was seen as being fiscally responsible for years. She says we've turned that around and the flag should reflect that. Illinois' first flag was designed in 1915. The word Illinois was added to the design in 1969. Turner believes the flag initiative would promote community involvement and a sense of state pride. Utah passed a similar measure 2 years ago.
The YWCA of Northwestern Illinois honors state line women leaders. They hosted the 43rd annual Leader Luncheon and Women of Achievement Awards. The event was a chance to celebrate women in leadership and the impact they have on our community. ABC News journalist Juju Chang delivered this year's keynote address. Winners of the Women of Achievement Awards were announced, as well as the 5 recipients of the Bright Future and La Voz Latina scholarships. Organizers say it's great to see so many new women leaders in the community.
It's exciting because I see the same faces every year, and I see the new up-and-coming leaders, and I just think it's so energizing to spend time in a room with that much collective energy and power. It's just really inspiring.
The luncheon and award ceremony took place at the Tabala Event Center. 10 rescue pets are now vying to be the next Cadbury Easter Bunny.
The finalists were selected from more than 10,000 applicants. 2 are from right here in Illinois. Andy is a 5-year-old chinchilla from Springfield. He was rescued 4 years ago. Andy enjoys sticks and some good scratching. His favorite treat is dried rose petals. Bunny, the Chihuahua, who you see here, lives in Naperville. The 10-year-old was rescued from a hoarding situation. She loves wearing sweaters and hoodies and playing with her human siblings. The winner will be featured in a Cadbury commercial. You can vote for your favorite on the Cadbury website until March 14th. We have a link at this story on mystateline.com.
The U.S. Senate Committee on Environment and Public Works will hold a full committee hearing Thursday on addressing the environmental and public health threats from the Norfolk Southern train derailment and chemical release in East Palestine, Ohio.
Washington correspondent Rashad Hudson shows us the end result could be tougher laws.
This week, lawmakers are expected to learn more about why a Norfolk Southern train derailed last month in East Palestine, Ohio.
What happened, how our response was, both in terms of clean air, clean water.
West Virginia Republican Senator Shelley Moore Capito says the Environment and Public Works hearing will focus on the local, state, and federal response.
The residual and long-term effects could be what they're doing and how the company is making sure that they are the one cleaning up and doing it the right way.
At Thursday's hearing, lawmakers will include community members, EPA officials, and the CEO of Norfolk Southern. In an effort to improve safety measures, Monday, Norfolk Southern released a 6-point plan. Many of the changes are centered on monitoring bearings.
Frankly, no steps that the railroads take on their own are going to be enough in the absence of congressional action.
While Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg applauds the train company's actions, he says the Bipartisan Railway Safety Act of 2023 will be more enforceable.
We need tougher laws. It's not just about going to the railroads and saying, please do this, please do that. It's making sure that they have to.
Buttigieg says he is working with lawmakers to strengthen the bill. Reporting in Washington, Rashad Hudson.
Now, your first warned weather forecast from meteorologist Savannah Brito.
Good evening, everyone, and happy Monday. Start of the work week, but also the start of severe weather preparedness week in the state of Illinois 2023. So the most important things to plan, practice, monitor, and then also act. First, we'll touch on put together a severe weather plan, whether that's at home, work, school, or on the road. Practice, you need to make sure that you know where to go just in case that severe weather does happen. Practice the plan ahead of time, though. Monitor the forecast, so if there is severe weather in the forecast that day, make sure that you're tuning in, staying up to date on social media, have your phone charged, things like that. Also act, so if a tornado watch or warning does, mainly a warning, get issued, seek shelter when severe weather does threaten. So we'll also go over the National Weather Service's watches and warnings regarding tornadoes. So you need to be prepared if a watch get issued. That means conditions are favorable for tornadoes to develop. A warning, though, that means you need to take action. The tornado was either spotted or indicated by radar rotation. Also, even in a tornado warning, sometimes the National Weather Service does issue a tornado emergency. It's very rare, but does happen. That's when there's severe threat to human life and catastrophic damage due to a violent tornado that is ongoing on the ground. So we will keep you up to date on air and online. Also have a story that I wrote that's online if you go to mystateline.com for Severe Weather Preparedness Week as well. It was warm, though. We did have some thunder out there overnight. Long subsided, though. Cloud cover still in place from that. We're at 55, or that was the high today in Rockford. Temperatures, though, did make it up to the 50s in a lot of areas, but falling rather quickly. We're down to 44 right now in Rockford, 45 in DeKalb, 41 in Freeport, but areas northwest of Rockford, Galena, and Monroe already down to the mid to upper 30s, 37 in Monroe and 38 in Galena. Weather watcher Bob on the southeast side of Rockford, a temperature he recorded of 46 degrees, a dew point not far behind that, though, of 41 degrees, lots of moisture to work with due to that system that moved through overnight and early this morning. He did receive a 1/15 of an inch of rain. Bob's rain, though, the 35.35 inch of rain, that was received overnight mainly. He did not receive anything in South Beloit during the day today, kind of like Ogilvie and DeKalb counties did see brief south of Rockford today. Temperature up to 44 and a dew point of 40 degrees. That was weather watcher Bob in South Beloit. On our SkyTrack camera, though, located in Freeport, this is sponsored by Rockford Career College. Lots of thick cloud cover. That's moving back in. We did have some blue to our skies out there early this afternoon, but it also has been a windy day. That flag was moving pretty steadily as well. Rockford wind gusts up to 25 miles per hour. Those were the peak wind gusts. Rochelle observed about 38 miles per hour. DeKalb 29, 26 in Freeport, Janesville now up to 31 miles per hour. And gusts are going to stay pretty breezy overnight. They'll be between about 20 to 25 miles per hour tonight, and then as we head into tomorrow as well. Cloud cover still in place like we talked about. You could see brief break in those clouds, though. That was earlier today. Now we are going to be cloudy overnight and into tomorrow. There is going to be a low pressure system that's located in the panhandle of Texas. A possible storm track, though, with that low pressure occluding and moving closer to the area, we would be on the colder sector Thursday into Friday. So our eyes are on late week as we could see a snowstorm from this. A chance of heavier snow near the state line, likely north of here, depending on how close that system does track to the area. Last week's on Friday, that did dodge us just because the track was a little bit further south. This one shows a little bit further north, meaning we could see some snow with this. Temperatures, though, going to not be as warm the next several days compared to what we were at the last couple of days, specifically today, and then also over the weekend. We'll see the 7-day forecast at the end of the show. It's not loading, guys.
Now sports with sports director Scott Leber.
I'm here at NIU's Convocation Center where it is a super sectional Monday. Tonight, 2 winning teams here will earn berths in the boys state tournament this weekend in Champaign. First, it's a 1A super sectional between Scales Mound and the NUIC in Chicago Marshall. It's a rematch of last year between those two, and last year it was Scales Mound that advanced and went to state. After that, the big 4A game has the Auburn Knights taking on the #1 team in the state, Lyle Bennett Academy. The Knights are going to be trying to earn their first trip to the state tournament since 2016. This team's very similar to that one. The Knights have been unranked all season. They don't have an all-state player. They win with great defense, effort, and athleticism. Now, they had some bad losses down the stretch of the regular season, but they've gotten hot at the right time, and junior Rakim Cheney has gotten hot. He had 30 points Friday night in the Knights sectional championship win. He had 20 points in the regional championship win against Guilford. Their opponent, Lyle Bennett Academy, has a record of 33-1. The Red Wings are ranked, as I said, #1 in the state in Class 4A. But they almost lost their sectional championship game. They needed an offensive rebound basket with 1 second to play to escape with a 1-point win over Geneva. Now there's another big super sectional game that'll take place in Class 2A over at Sterling. That's where the Lutheran Crusaders will take on Taylor Ridge Rockridge. That also is a rematch of last year. This is one that Rockridge won last season, 57-52. And the Crusaders, they want a little payback. They're glad they're getting another crack at Rockridge.
I'm actually really excited. I'd rather play Rockridge than Princeton just to get revenge from last year.
What do you remember most about that game last year that maybe they did that kind of challenged you guys?
Just getting hot. They were shooting threes. You know, number 4 had like 30 against us, so we're just looking to stop them this year.
They can move the ball around pretty well. They can shoot pretty well, can just shoot. But like I said, I'm pretty sure we got a better matchup this year.
You know, I think the guys are really excited that we get another shot at this team. So I know they're fired up and ready to go, and it's going to be an exciting time.
Is Rockridge pretty much the same team they were a year ago?
No, they lost one of their better players to graduation, but there's a lot of familiar faces over there. And, you know, you don't get back to Sweet 16 or Elite 8 by fluke. So, I mean, they're a very solid team.
So it's going to be a very big night. I'll have highlights of all 3 of these games coming up at 10 o'clock. That's sports. We'll be right back.
We did see rain earlier today, no longer the case though. 43 tomorrow, cooler though by the weekend.
All right, thanks, Savannah.
And thank you for spending some of your time with us. Stay safe.